A WWE NXT superstar is set to debut soon on the main roster, potentially. And we got to talk about AEW versus WWE because Tony Khan has some new comments towards WWE, which honestly kind of sound outrageous. But then also, we got some big news on a return. So if you guys want more videos like this, click that subscribe button, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. Timestamps in the description down below. Let's not waste any more time. Randy Orton. A lot of talk about Randy Orton lately. A lot of mixed reports. Is Randy coming back? Is he not coming back? Then, of course, the latest story that got a lot of people talking was a wrestling bootmaker named Jose G. Sands. He came out publicly on his Instagram story, and he basically confirmed Drew McIntyre, Bray Wyatt, and I believe even Cody Rhodes had all gotten some new boots made. Obviously, we're going into WrestleMania, but he also did confirm that he hasn't made new boots for Randy Orton, but he was contacted via email for his return. Which obviously, if you guys have seen the pictures of Randy Orton lately, he does look jacked. He looks healthy. And this is one very interesting scenario because there's been a lot of talks about Randy Orton possibly never being able to wrestle again. And then, of course, the timetable for his return. There's other people in the industry who have talked about this, and a lot of news kind of came out where it just did not seem like Randy Orton would return anytime soon. However, this news right here kind of indicates that maybe Randy Orton is very well on his way back to the WWE. Now, one thing that's going to be very interesting, and I do have to bring this up, is RK Bro. Matt Riddle hasn't returned just yet to the company. Obviously, we know about those reports of him going to rehab. And, well, we never technically got a split between him and Randy Orton. Does Triple H think there should be a singles feud between them? Does Triple H want to bring them back as a tag team? Or does WWE just want to drop this tag team entirely when they both return? No acknowledgement of it. I'm very curious to see how WWE goes about that because it could be very tricky. Randy Orton is definitely a huge name in the WWE roster. I would like to see him in more high-profile feuds. I want to see him in big feuds. I definitely don't want to see him involved with RK Bro at this point. It was fun. It was cool. But I feel like it was enough, you know what I mean? So we'll see how this kind of goes down. When Randy Orton returns, it's going to be very interesting. I would say if he is set to return soon, I would expect him at WrestleMania. I would expect him at the Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. I don't think anything sooner than that. But you never know. That's what makes wrestling really good and obviously why we all love it. Guys, I want to talk about Tony Khan. Very, very interesting comments from Tony Khan. So he was on the Dan Lee Batard show, and this was very, very interesting because, Tony Khan, he likes being outspoken, especially about WWE. He discussed the alleged tampering by the WWE. He noted that a lot of AEW wrestlers told him about the tampering. He says, I can't really comment on what their internal struggles, internal strifes are because I don't work there and I'm not there. I can only speak to the challenges we've had. I got a lot of great wrestlers who come to me and alleged that WWE reached out to them to tamper with their contracts and asked them to break their contracts. I can't confirm that specifically. I can only tell you what the wrestlers have come to me and said, but I've had multiple wrestlers and staff report that to me. It was very disturbing. I've had to go out and try to put on good shows despite this alleged tampering and stuff like that. Frankly, I don't think it stopped us because the quality of the product and the quality of the shows is at an all-time high right now. He also goes on to say that the wrestling business is very dirty. I can't speak to the fight business, but certainly I think it's more organized than the fight business. As far as there's, obviously there's two of them. He thinks well-organized promotions are competing with each other. Here's the thing. This is what's also interesting and what's really crazy. He goes, again, I don't know if these things have happened. I only know what people have come to me and alleged. But I do know it's a real war between AEW and WWE. And the funny thing is, regardless, this is the biggest bullshit that I hear about in wrestling is the tribalism. And the tribalism that exists in wrestling literally stems from Tony Khan and AEW from the beginning of the company, right? Cody and AEW took a very big stance on being a competitor to WWE. They took a lot of verbal shots. Now, I'm not saying contract tampering is a good thing because I don't think that's a good thing. But Tony Khan 1 week will talk about how, hey, we're open for business. We'll do business with anybody. If they're interested, we'll do business, blah, blah, blah. But then, a month later or whatever it is, he's talking about how there's a real war between the two companies. This is what is contributing to the tribalism. And to be honest with you, it's bullshit. And tribalism in wrestling is absolutely stupid. And, for me, I see the comments, Ango, you're an AEW hater. Ango, you're a WWE hater. This, that, whatever. And it's like, just because I criticize something doesn't mean I'm a hater. My job is literally to criticize and talk about wrestling. I praise and criticize. The one thing that Tony Khan did say was the quality of the product and the quality of the shows is at an all-time high right now. It is. 7 months ago, it wasn't. It was garbage. And we can acknowledge that and have a conversation on it. But tribalism becomes this big thing because of comments and interviews like this. And that is why I think a lot of people have an issue with this kind of talk. There is no war between WWE and AEW. They're both successful in their own ways, and it's okay. Like, it's ridiculous, but nonetheless, Tony Khan contributing to it is definitely going to, in my opinion, in the long term, it's not going to help. But we'll see. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Guys, I want to talk about a WWE debut because WWE, we know, has not called up that many roster members from NXT as of late. There's one that could have potentially been leaked accidentally by WWE. It's very crazy, but we're going to talk about it. But first, just a quick reminder, guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, definitely consider doing so. It would greatly be appreciated. Like, it helps out. It's very, very important to my overall growth. And yes, I would just greatly appreciate it again. Anyways, let's talk about Robert Stone. Yeah, so what's really interesting was WWE, I don't know why people didn't catch this, but WWE has actually been in a situation where Chelsea Green's entrance Tron shows the Robert Stone logo. Now, if you guys remember anything about Chelsea Green on NXT, she was associated with Robert Stone. Now, this is the image that I'm talking about right here, and you can see the Robert Stone logo on the corner. And Robert Stone has not appeared on the main roster yet. In fact, there's kind of a storyline going on with Robert Stone and Von Wagner where it appears maybe Rob Stone, Robert Stone is probably not going to be with Von Wagner. I actually love the idea of WWE having more managers. It's going to be interesting to see how WWE does this on the main roster if they actually do go through with it, though. The reason why is because Chelsea Green is a Karen. So I wonder how Robert Stone will kind of be with her. I like them together as a duo. I just don't know if it makes sense based on her current character. Not sure why that image is there, why the logo is on the Tron, but nonetheless, WWE must be planning this debut. So, for me, I'm all about more managers. I do want to see this make sense in the long run. I don't know exactly how WWE is going to do that, but I'm willing to watch and learn. More managers is a good thing, especially in the women's division. I would like to see more managers too. But even just altogether, I would like to see more managers. I just think it could definitely help elevate certain talent, especially if they're used correctly. And I always love the fact that AEW has managers and they have legendary managers, and the managers there are there to like help elevate talent. And so I hope that WWE does that with this one. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below for all of today's news. Depending on when you guys are watching this, I hope you guys enjoy watching the Super Bowl as well. The Detroit Lions aren't in it, but I do prefer the Philadelphia Eagles, so I guess go Eagles. Oops. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.